A very good evening to all of you. Are you ready? Please type in the chat box. Are you ready? Are you ready? Very good. Welcome you all to the first session that we are taking in the night. आज जो रात को हम करने वाले हैं इस रात के सेशन में आप सभी का मनपूर्वक स्वागत तहे दिल से स्वागत. Today we are going to start with the discussion of the chapter of index numbers. Like this, we are going to discuss every chapter. We are going to solve the problems in the module. That is how we are going to work a lot. Now, first of all, look at me. Look at me. Samruddhi, hi, Sachin, Saili, Sakshi, Shivani, Arjun. A very good evening to all of you. Darshan, Darsh, Toshnimal, very high, big hi to you. Om, Shruti, and everyone. So many students are there. बहुत बहुत स्वागत. Look at me. We are going to start with the revision of index numbers. Today we are going to be exactly exam oriented. एग्जाम के अनुसार जो भी लगता है उसको पहले रिवाइज करेंगे और फिर उसके बाद हम वी आर गोइंग टू हैव अ प्रैक्टिस ऑफ एमसीक्यूज. So index numbers. What method you have to follow? I am going to give you the gist. I am going to give you the summary. हम आपको summary देंगे. उस summary को एक notebook अपने पास रखो. उस notebook में लिखो. Write down on the page. रिया, प्रशांत, अनीश, एक notebook साथ में रखो. और फिर notebook के हर पेज पे इसकी revision का जो point है वो आना चाहिए. Alright, now my first point over here is, tell me index number is. Index number is a measure of. Tell me index number is a measure of what? Index number is a measure of relative change in the price. Index number is the measure of relative change in the price, or it is a measure of the percentage change in the price. It is the measure of the percentage change in the price. It is the measure of relative change in the price or percentage change in the price. Question arises, what do you mean by relative change? When I say relative change, what it means is that it is with respect to, ये किसी के reference में है, with respect to what? This is with respect to. This is with respect to the base price made equal to 100. The base price considered to be equal to 100. इस base price को 100 बनाया गया तो current price जो होगी वो index number होगा. So in other words, each statement is one MCQ. In other words, index number is a price in the current year. Is a price in the current year. Index number is the price in the current year when the base price is made equal to 100. When the base price is equal to 100. Are you writing with me? आप मेरे साथ लिख रहे हो कि नहीं? हम आपके हैं कौन? हम आपके हैं कौन? हम आपके हैं फ्रेंड. आपको रहना है हमारे साथ. हम रहेंगे आपके सक्सेस के साथ. तो इंडेक्स नंबर इज द मेजर ऑफ. index number or is a measure of relative change in the price or the percentage change in the price. Now, if this is true, the third possible MCQ is that if index number is equal to 130, then what does it mean? Then what does that mean? If index number is 130, then इसका मतलब क्या होता है? And the very meaning is, and the very meaning is that in case if the base price is made equal to 100, then the current price will be equal to 130. Therefore, there is a rise of 30. But remember, rise of 30 is over 100. And because this rise is over 100, therefore this is going to be 30%. 30% का राइज हो गया है, 30% का राइज हो गया है, 30% की वृद्धि हो गई है प्राइस में. यह हो गया उसका मीनिंग. सो 130. सो इसका चॉइस में आपको क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? चॉइस में आपको लिखना पड़ेगा दैट द प्राइस हैज गॉन अप बाय 30%. Price has gone up by 30%. So, index number is the measure of relative change in the price. इसको लिखो, और लिख नहीं सकते हैं तो फिर इसको छापो. छापो मतलब क्या? इसको फोटो खींचो और फिर नेक्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में रिवीजन के समय साथ में रखो. आज लिखेंगे तो पहले अटेम्प्ट में पास हो गए. आज नहीं लिखेंगे तो नेक्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में हम आपके है हमेशा. Now my question to you is as a fourth one, that if index number is equal to 92, now what does it mean? इसका मतलब क्या? Now what it means is that in case if the base year, if the price is 100, in the current year the price is 92. So there is a drop of 8, but 8 is over 100. तो इसका मतलब है कि the price has gone down. The price has gone down by 8%. The price is reduced by 8%. The price has gone down by 8%. Is that clear? Is that clear? Now, in case if I ask that the price is doubled. Now, if the price is doubled, then they will ask you that index number is equal to what? So what it means is that if the base price is 1 rupee, current price is 2 rupees. If this is 100, then what is this? It will be 2 upon 1, that into 100. So it happens to be equal to 200. So the index number is found to be equal to 200. यह index number हमें मिला है 200 का. So when the index number 200 होता है तो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? जो भी प्राइस थी वो डबल हो गई. आपने पोटैटो लाया तो 10 रुपए का हो गया 20 रुपए. आपने मर्सिडीज कार लाई तो 20 लाख, वो 40 लाख का हो गया 80 lakhs. और आपने एरोप्लेन खरीदा तो फिर 1000 crore का हो गया 2000 crore. सो प्राइस इज डबल्ड. आपने मसाला डोसा खाया, अपने गर्लफ्रेंड को लेके गए और फिर वो पिज्जा खाया. पिज्जा की प्राइस थी 100 rupees. अभी वो बढ़कर हो गई है 200 रुपए. प्राइस डबल्ड. नाउ in case if I say that if the price has gone up, the price has gone up by 40%, then what does it mean? Then what it means is that in case if the base price is 100, अभी मैंने ये बेस प्राइस को 100 क्यों कहा है? क्योंकि मेरे को ये 40% है. परसेंट का मतलब होता है ओवर 100. तो इसका मतलब है that the rise is what 40, and when the rise is 40, then the current price is going to be 140, and that 140 is nothing but what? Index number. Are you writing with me? Are you writing with me? All right. Now, if that is true, continuously, if there is a doubt, then you have to post it on the chat. कोई डाउट है, कोई शक है, हमें जरूर बताइएगा. आपका डाउट, आपकी शंका हम जब तक क्लियर नहीं करते आगे नहीं जाने वाले. Fantastic. Now I want your complete concentration. Now, if I say that the index number is equal to 349, then my question is, what does it mean? If index number is 349, what it means is that when base price is 100, then current price is 349. So how much is the rise in that? Rise is 249, and because it is over 100, therefore this is percent. So what it means is that the price has gone up by 249%. Price has gone up by 249%. Are you writing with me? Have you written this page? इसे लिखो, वरना इसे छापो. लेकिन छापना ही है तो दिल में छापो, दिल में उतारो, दिमाग में उतारो. दिमाग होने की कोई हमें शक्यता यहाँ नहीं दिखती है, पॉसिबिलिटी. तो लिखना है तो दिल में लिखो, अगर दिल किसी को दिया नहीं है तो. Alright. Now if this page is over, I change the point over here, and when I change the price over here, we had a different formulae for the index numbers. We had a different formulae for the index number. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Can you see what I'm writing on the screen? Very good. And therefore, now the different formulae. My first question is, tell me what is the price relative. And price relative is equal to, it is the current price P1 over base price P0, that into 100. Sometimes we write it as current price Pn over the base price P0, that into 100. Pn over P0 into 100. Say with me, P1 over P0 into 100. आप जहाँ भी बैठे हो, घर में बैठे हो, बस में बैठे हो, ट्रेन में बैठे हो, पार्क में बैठे हो, पेड़ के नीचे बैठे हो, किसी के साथ भी बैठे हो, मम्मी के साथ बैठे हो, आपके बच्चे के मम्मी के साथ बैठे हो, किसी के साथ भी बैठे हो, पर ये बोलना है आपको that price relative is equal to Pn over P naught into 100, P1 over P naught into 100. Second one is simple aggregative index number. Now simple aggregative index number, aggregate का मतलब होता है total. Aggregate का मतलब होता है total, and therefore this is sigma P1 over this is sigma P naught, that into 100. You can also write it as sigma Pn over sigma P naught into 100. I then had the simple average, and when I say simple average, it is the arithmetic mean of price relatives. It is the arithmetic mean of price relatives PR, and that is equal to take total upon n. ये हो गया mean, and this is mean of what? P1 over P naught into 100. So take total over n, sigma P1 over P naught into 100. This is simple average of price relatives. And the fourth one is the simple geometric mean of price relatives. Simple geometric mean of the price relatives. Now geometric mean of the price relatives is what? It is the nth root of P1 over P naught for the first commodity, say A, P1 over P naught for the second commodity, say B, and dot 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 dot, and outside the root it is 100. Outside the root it is 100. Is that clear? Is that clear? आपको ये समझा है क्या? फैंटास्टिक. आई देन कंसिडर द फिफ्थ वन. बट यहाँ क्या होता है, एक फॉर थेरी पॉइंट ओनली, ओनली फॉर द थेरी क्वेश्चन, ओनली फॉर द थेरी क्वेश्चन, only for the theory question. This geometric mean is equal to, it is anti-log of, it is anti-log of. Now ये log और anti-log हम calculation करने के लिए नहीं use करने वाले. We are not going to use it for doing the calculations. We are merely going to use it only for the theory question. Parano, is that clear? Is that clear? Clear. Now it is anti-log of what? It is anti-log of 1 upon n summation log of P1 over P naught, and then this plus 2, or it can be written as 2 plus this. Please write this formula. When it comes to solving the MCQs, I will tell you how to write this. It will be given among the choices. You just have to know it. You did not know what log is and how to find that log. You need not know how to find the anti-log. It is just for the theory question. I repeat, what is this? Anti-log. Log का opposite process होता है anti-log. हमें log ही पता नहीं तो opposite process हमें कैसे पता चलेगा? ये सही है, पर सिर्फ ये इतना समझो कि this is 2 plus 1 upon n summation. It is log of P1 over P naught. Just have to keep this much in the mind. Just लिखो, this is only for the theory question. This is the another format of this fourth question. तो ये fourth question जो है वो log और anti log के terms में इस तरीके से लिखा जाता है. This is 2 plus, this is 2 plus 1 upon n summation log of P1 over P naught. Please write it. How does it come and what happens, that we will discuss later on if required, but at present just have to know that this geometric mean is found by this formula. Anti-log of, this is 2 plus 1 upon n summation log of P1 over P naught. Alright. I then consider the next one and the sixth one. Now, these formulae, the above formulae are simple or unweighted indices. Simple or unweighted index numbers. Simple or unweighted index numbers. But now you have to make a point over here. You have to make a point over here that actually the quantities are considered to be the weights. The quantities are considered to be the weights. The quantities are the weights. And quantities are weights means what, that we have discussed in the class. But at present you just have to know quantity is nothing but the weight. Now if that is true, my sixth formula here is, what would be the weighted aggregative index number? How would be the weighted aggregative index number? Now weighted aggregative index number. That weighted means what? It is just multiplied by W. So it is going to be sigma P1W over sigma P0 W into 100. Or it can be written as sigma P1Q that divided by sigma P0 Q that into 100. Weighted aggregative index number. It is going to be the weighted aggregative index number. Is that clear? weighted aggregative index number. Say yes. कहो ना समझ गया. जब हम कहते हैं कहो ना समझ गया, आपको कहना है कहाँ ना समझ गया. से कहाँ ना समझ गया. बोलो. हाँ, कहाँ ना समझ गया. वेरी गुड स्वयं. नाउ I consider the seventh one, and the seventh formula comes up here now, and that is the weighted average of price relatives. The weighted average of price relatives. Weighted average of price relatives. Deepa Bhave. Nice to see you once again back in action. Deepa Bhave. आपको दोबारा क्लास में देख के बहुत अच्छा लगा. Say yes. Fantastic. Now tell me what is this formula? It is going to be 1 upon summation W. Summation P1 over P naught into 100 into W. All you have to do is just multiply it by W. 1 upon 1 upon summation W. Summation P1 over P naught into 100 and that into W. Now comes the list of those indices. Last Perez index. What happens is that theory के लिए वो आपसे ये एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि व्हाट इज यूज्ड एज अ वेट. टेल मी लास्ट पेरे यूज व्हाट एज अ वेट. दैट बेस क्वांटिटी Q naught is a weight. Base quantity Q naught is a weight. Base quantity Q naught is a weight. Now, if this is true, then my question is this last Perez formula is what? That is sigma P1 Q naught over sigma P naught Q naught and that multiplied by 100. Then comes the turn of Pache's index number. Now Pache considered what as a weight? Pache considered the weight to be the current quantity, and current quantity Q1 is a weight. Now if this is true, Pache's index number is what? Sigma P1 Q1 over sigma P0 Q1, that into 100. शहीद शेख. शाहिद शेख. आपको समझ गया क्या मियाँ? मियाँ ये आपको समझ गया क्या? वेरी गुड. रात का समय है. रात का समय है तो आंखों पे नींद होगी. आंखों पे तो नींद होगी, लेकिन दिल में बुलंदी होगी. उस बुलंदी पे, उस चोटी पे पहुंचना है हमें. वो करियर के इस शिखर पे पहुंचना है जहां तक आज तक कोई नहीं पहुंचा है. और इसीलिए अपने आंखों में से उस नींद को भगा दो और एक महत्वाकांक्षा को जगा लो, अपना लो. I then consider the Dorbish-Bowley's index number. I then consider the Dorbish-Bowley's index number. I then consider Dorbish-Bowley's index number. And Dorbish-Bowley's index number is the arithmetic mean of, is nothing but the arithmetic mean of L and P. Arithmetic mean of L and P. So Dorbish Bowley's index number is L plus P, that over 2. It's L plus P, that over 2. श्रेया क्या बात कही है? नहीं, नींद नहीं आती? आपका जो लेक्चर है, भाई हमारा तो लेक्चर नहीं, हमसे आपसे बातें करते हैं, हम फ्रेंड्स दोस्त जो है, हमारे बातों को अगर आप लेक्चर समझते हो तो हम जहर नसीब है. All those students who have just failed in the attempt, in the result that was recently declared couple of days back, all those who have failed and those who are attending this lecture, बिल्कुल मायूस नहीं होना. ये मायूसी अच्छी चीज नहीं है. एक बात आपके लिए कहता हूँ, एक बात आपके लिए कहता हूँ, फूल बनकर मुस्कुराना जिंदगी है. फूल बनकर मुस्कुराना जिंदगी है. मुस्कुराकर गम भुलाना जिंदगी है. फूल बनकर मुस्कुराना जिंदगी है. मुस्कुराकर गम भुलाना जिंदगी है. सफलता पर मुस्कुराए तो क्या मुस्कुराए, असफलता पर मुस्कुराना जिंदगी है. तो ये मायूसी की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. अगर पहले अटेम्प्ट में नहीं हुआ तो सेकंड अटेम्प्ट में तो जरूर होगा. और फिर पहले अटेम्प्ट में इसलिए नहीं हुआ क्योंकि आप वो करना नहीं चाहते थे. यू फेल्ड बिकॉज यू डिड नॉट पास. You failed because you did not pass. You failed because you did not want to pass. So this is lesson to all others. You can fail only if you don't want to pass. 11th one is Marshall Edgeworth index number. Marshall Edgeworth index number. Marshall Edgeworth index number. Now Marshall Edgeworth considered average quantity as a weight. Average quantity is nothing but Q0 plus Q1 over 2, that as a weight, or total quantity as a weight, and total quantity is Q0 plus Q1, that as a weight. And therefore Marshall Edgeworth index number is equal to what? That is sigma P1 into Q0 plus Q1 over sigma P0 into Q0 plus Q1, and that into 100. But it can be open to be what? लास्ट पैरे के ऊपर का, लास्ट पैरे के ऊपर का. दिस इज सिग्मा P1 Q0, दैट प्लस सिग्मा P1 Q1 पाशे के ऊपर का, ओवर लास्ट पैरे के नीचे का सिग्मा P0 Q0 प्लस सिग्मा अभी पाशे के नीचे का इज P0 Q1, एंड दैट इंटू 100. तो ये ऊपर का क्या है, नीचे का क्या है, ये अगर पता होगा तो ये मार्शल एजवर्थ इंडेक्स नंबर लिखना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं होगी. ये एक आसान चीज होगी. सिर्फ कहाँ देखना है? ऊपर देखना है. ऊपर देखने के बाद नीचे देखना है. ऊपर नीचे करेंगे तो मिलेगा जो मिलना है. All right. Then I come to the next formula. Have you completed writing this page? Have you completed writing this page? Finished. Parth Gupchup. Parth Gupchup. प्रॉब्लम लिख गुपचुप. प्रॉब्लम भी लिख गुपचुप. प्यार भी कर गुपचुप. नतीजा जो आता है वो भी बोल गुपचुप. पांच गुपचुप. All right. I then consider Walsh's index number. I then consider the Walsh's index number. Now tell me, Walsh considered what as a weight? Walsh considered what as a weight? Walsh considered what as a weight? स्माइली डालते हो, बातों पे हंसते हो, बातों पे मुस्कुराते हो, बातों पे शर्मा जाते हो, लेकिन सवाल का जवाब भी तो लिखो, चार्ट उसी के लिए भी तो होती है. Walsh considered what as a weight? Walsh considered geometric mean of quantities as a weight. Walsh considered geometric mean as a weight. So according to Walsh, WALSCH, geometric mean of quantities as a weight, and therefore that is equal to root of Q naught into Q1, that as a weight. If that is true, Walsh's index number is what? Sigma P1 into root of Q naught into Q1 over sigma P naught into root of Q naught into Q1, and that into 100. Walsh's index number. Fantastic, Ria. ये रिया, ये एक वर्ड ऐसा है, ये नाम एक ऐसा है जिसने हमारी जिंदगी बहुत परेशान कर दी थी 2 साल पहले. 2 साल पहले ये रिया नाम के एक मुसीबत ने हमारी जिंदगी परेशान कर दी थी. रिया चक्रवर्ती. टीवी लगाओ, रिया दिखती थी. न्यूज़पेपर खोलो, रिया देखती थी. किसी से बात करो, रिया रिया होता था. पर ये अपनी रिया वैसी नहीं. अपनी रिया रिया ये छोटी है. अपनी रिया ये बच्ची है. अपनी रिया ये मासूम है. पर रिया कोई भी हो, एक बात समझो, उस रिया ने जैसी भानगढ़ की थी वैसे भानगढ़ करने का बिल्कुल नहीं. हेतवी, हाय हेतवी. Okay, so last comes Fisher's ideal index number. Last is Fisher's ideal index number. Fisher's ideal index number. And it is the geometric mean of L and P. So tell me, Fisher's index number is equal to what? That is root of L into P. That is root of L into P. Now that is the first part, different formulae. Now all you have to do is write a note. Write a note. And the first of that is we obtain the quantity index numbers from the price index numbers. We obtain the quantity index numbers from the price index numbers by replacing P by Q and replacing Q by P. Writing P in place of Q and writing Q in terms of P. Likho. And the second one is, how about the value index number? Tell me, value index number is equal to what? It is total expenditure in the current year sigma P1 Q1 over this is sigma P naught into Q naught and that into 100. एक बात समझने की कोशिश करो, ये लेक्चर मतलब क्या है. मैं आपके साथ पढ़ाई कर रहा हूँ. जो आपने करना था, जो आपसे अपेक्षित था, जो आपसे एक्सपेक्टेड था, उसके लिए मैं आपके साथ हूँ. ये हम एक साथ रिवीजन कर रहे हैं और फिर एक साथ एमसीक्यू भी सॉल्व कर रहे हैं. So this is I doing just a study with you. इसे इस नजरिया से देखेंगे तो फिर आपको लगेगा that this is not the additional time that you are putting in the lecture, but this is just a self study that you are doing in a group along with me. आप करते नहीं हो तो हमें करना पड़ता है, आप नहीं करते तो हमें करना पड़ता है. So Varad, CLI is a different concept. Value index number is not the CLI. But Vardhan, all right. I then come to the second type in this, and the second type is the cost of living index number. Second type is the cost of living index number. So give the heading, give the heading, give the heading. Give the heading. And the second one is the cost of living index number. Cost of living index number. And this cost of living index number is abbreviated as CLI. That is abbreviated as CLI. Otherwise, this is also called the generalized group index number. This is called the generalized group index number. This is generalized group index number. This is the consumer's price index number. This is the consumer's price index number. This is generalized group index number. This is consumer's price index numbers. अथर्वा सबसे ज्यादा कौन सी मेथड यूज करते हैं तो ऑब्वियसली फिशर्स इंडेक्स नंबर विल बी द बेस्ट इंडेक्स ना, दैट इज आइडियल इंडेक्स. Now what happens is that we make the groups. We make the groups. We have the indices. Now remember here weight means expenditure. Here weight is the expenditure. मंथली एक्सपेंडिचर में से कितना परसेंट. अरे वाह, क्या बात कही है, क्या बात कही है. जी भी सर है साथ तो मैथ्स में डरने की क्या बात फरमाई है. शुक्रिया, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. All right. तो फिर हम कॉलम को बनाएंगे I into W, take total, and that will be sigma IW, and this is going to be sigma W, and then remember CLI is equal to sigma IW over sigma W. All those students who are attending from those who failed the last time couple of days back, those who flunked the last week, 2 days back, I am going to open your question paper here on the screen after every lecture revision is over. And we are going to make a review of was this question difficult, ये question difficult था, वो question difficult था, ये question difficult था, और ऐसे करते करते हम आपके मार्क्स को गिनेंगे और फिर आपको समझ में आने आएगा कि फेल होने जैसे उसमें कोई भी बात नहीं थी, सिर्फ किया नहीं इसलिए इसलिए फेल हो. हम भाई इतिहास तो नहीं बदलते अद्वैत, अद्वैत हम इतिहास बदलते नहीं हैं, हम इतिहास को बनाते हैं. हम बनाते हैं इतिहास को, हम बिगाड़ते नहीं हैं. Anyway, so CLI is sigma IW over sigma W. Sigma IW over sigma W. Now, at the first application of that is computation of CLI, is the computation of the dearness allowance, is the dearness allowance, and that dearness allowance DA is given for what? It is given just to maintain the standard of living, just to maintain the standard of living, just to maintain standard of living. And how do we find that? In base year, in current year, in base year there is a CLI, this is normally taken to be 100. In current year there is some CLI. In base year there is some salary. Then current year the required salary is जो देनी चाहिए. I say required salary therefore would be found by what formula? It will be current CLI. It would be the current CLI over. It would be the base CLI. Current CLI over base CLI. That multiplied by base salary. You get the required salary minus the salary given. That difference is nothing but the dearness allowance. That difference is nothing but the dearness allowance. इसे लिखो, इसे लिखो. आज माहौल शायरी का नहीं है अमन. अमन, माहौल शायरी का नहीं है. माहौल तो पढ़ाई का है, पर पढ़ाई के साथ होगी थोड़ी शायरी, होगी थोड़ी शायरी, तो फिर नींद नहीं आएगी, नींद की नहीं आएगी बारी. पढ़ाई के साथ होगी थोड़ी शायरी तो नींद की नहीं आएगी बारी. All right. The second application is, the application number 2 is finding the purchasing power. It is the purchasing power of rupee 1 in current year. Rupee 1 in the current year. So in that case, what happens is that in current year and in the base year, in the current year there is a CLI. In the base year there is a CLI which is generally equal to what? 100. In the current year there is 1 rupee. Then what is this? This is the purchasing power. This is the purchasing power. So my question to you is, tell me therefore purchasing power is what? It would be the base CLI. It would be the base CLI over this is current CLI. But then remember, not necessarily this is 100. You can also say that this is 1 upon current CLI. And if it is 1 upon current CLI, then what it means is that this is reciprocal of current CLI. This is the reciprocal of current CLI. This is the reciprocal of the current CLI. Can we take any year as a base year? Of course, you can take any year as a base year. That we are going to see, but shortly. Shortly, I'll tell you which year should be the base year. What are the criteria? ऐसी क्या बात है वो बेस ईयर में होनी चाहिए, वरना हम तो ये कहेंगे कि ऐसी कोई सी बात नहीं होनी चाहिए बेस ईयर बनने के लिए. All right. I then consider the third and last application to find the real value, to find the real value or the deflated value, real value or the deflated value. So what happens is that in the current year, there is a CLI. In the base year, there is a CLI. In the current year, there is a actual value. There is a actual value. And in the base year, what value do you have? Is a real value or it is a deflated value. And that real value is equal to therefore what? It would be the actual value. It is actual value over the current CLI. और ये जो बेस CLI होता है वो तो जनरली 100 ही होता है. This base CLI is normally equal to 100. Is that over? Is that over? Is that over? ये आपका हो गया है क्या? Okay. So in that case, look at me. Look at me. Stay focused. Okay. Now I go to the third method, and that is called the splicing of index numbers. That is known as the splicing of index numbers. That is known as the splicing of index numbers. Splicing of index numbers. Now what you have is like this. There is a series A and there is a series B such that there is a common year between the two. There is a common year between the two. So this year is a common year. Now what happens is that here this is bound to be 100. Here suppose it is what 120. ये common year हो गया. Now using A, we compute B. Using A, we compute B. This is splicing A with B. And using B, we compute A. This is splicing. This is splicing of B with A. Splicing of B with A. समझने की कोशिश करो. This is splicing of B with A. तो what shortcut will you remember? B निकालना है. तो B is equal to B. That over A. That into A. B is equal to B over A into A. So what does it mean? It is current index in B. It is current index in B is equal to common index in B. It is common index in B. That multiplied by, divided by, common index in A. It is common index in A. And that multiplied by, now that multiplied by, current index in A. That multiplied by current index in A. Common index in B over common index in A into current index in A. Big questions will not be much expected. but the short questions and especially the theory questions will be more expected. Is that clear? ये आपको समझा है क्या? अगर ये समझा है, ये अगर समझा है तो यहां क्या होगा? A is equal to A, that over B, that into B. So what does it mean? Current index in A, current index in A is equal to common index in A, is equal to common index in A over common index in B, common index in A over the common index in B into current index in B, current index in B. So the shortcut is what? A is equal to A, that over B, that into B. B is equal to B, that over A, that into A. Is that clear? ये आपको समझा है क्या? बात आपके दिल को छू ली है क्या? कहो ना, समझ गया. I said when you want to find B, say B is equal to B, that over A into A. I'm telling you the shortcut. Instead of mugging up the whole formula as it exists here, I'm telling you the shortcut. This is shortcut. This is smart cut. This is sweet cut. Shortcut, smart cut, sweet cut. समझो गई? समझो गई? तने समझो गई? All right. Now, if this is true, I come to the fourth type. I come to the fourth type, and the fourth type is the shifting of base. Fourth type is the base shifting. Fourth type is the shifting of the base. Listen, my question is, how should be the base here? My question is, how should be the base here? And the answer to that is, the base here should be a normal year, not having any social or natural abnormalities. Like what? Flood, war. Like this, the abnormalities must not be present. And the second one is that the base year should be a recent year, not in the distant past. आज हम आपके साथ सिर्फ समरी कर रहे हैं, जिस्ट को कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, क्रीम को इकट्ठा कर रहे हैं. आज हम सिर्फ एग्जामिनेशन ओरिएंटेड है. समझो कई किसो हुईला थाने कैसे होगा आपका? All right. Now what happens is that the situation is like this. You had the old series. Listen what the situation is. You have got the old series. Suppose this old series is what 100, 120, 130, etc. Years are 2011, 2012, 2013. And then suppose I want to shift the base to this year. In that case, this is a new base year. Now, if this is a new base year, then in the new series, this index should be 100. So all of a sudden, this new base year becomes the common year. The new base year becomes the common year. ये सब हमने क्लास में किया है. ये क्लास में अच्छी तरीके से हमने समझा भी है कि ये आता है तो कैसे आता है. आता है तो कैसे आता है ये हमने बहुत बार बताया है. इसको दोहराया भी है. पर आज आपकी बारी है. आपको सिर्फ एग्जामिनेशन ओरिएंटेड रहना है. सिर्फ वो समरी को कंसाइज फॉर्म में लिखना है. And then my question is, tell me what is this? It would be equal to what? It would be equal to, it would be 100 divided by 120 multiplied by 130. Like suppose this series is B, this series is A. I'm just using the formula. B is equal to B, that divided by A, that into A. But the meaning is different. Now tell me what is B? It is the new index in current year. New index in current year. It is the new index in current year. And that new index in current year is equal to, what is that? What is it? It is the, what is 100 for that matter? It is the new index in the new base year. In the new base year, that divided by old index in the new base year. ये क्या है कि ये सिर्फ फॉर्मूला आपको थ्योरी क्वेश्चन के लिए आया तो पता होना चाहिए. But otherwise we are not going to solve the problem using the formula like this. We are just going to say B is equal to B over A into A. So this is old index in new base year. And then my question is, what is this? This is old index in current year. This is old index in current year. Old index in current year. फॉर्मूला आपको सिर्फ थ्योरी क्वेश्चन के लिए लगने वाला है. अदरवाइज प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते समय हम सिर्फ क्या कहेंगे? B is equal to B over A into A. B is B over A into A. B is B over A into A. So that is the formula for the shifting of the base. That is the formula for base shifting. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is the concept clear? And if the concept is clear, I move on to the type number 5. I move on to the type number 5. लिखकर हो गया है क्या? हाँ, तो I rub this and I move on to the type number 5. And the type number 5 basically is the concept of fixed based indices. The concept of fixed based indices and the chain based indices. Fixed based indices and the chain based indices. Fixed based indices and the chain based indices. Now my question is, tell me what is the formula for the price relative? What is the formula for the price relative? That is equal to current price, that divided by base price, and that base price, and this is multiplied by 100. So it is P1 over P naught into 100. And these price relatives are the FBIs, fixed based indices, and they are made for the stable economy. They are made in the stable economy. They are useful in the stable economy. But then my question is, tell me what is link relative? How about the link relative? That link relative is equal to current price divided by previous price into 100. Previous price. Now current price, if it is PN, nth year, then the previous price is going to be P of n minus 1, that into 100. For that matter, if you want P5, previous is going to be P4, that into, ये notation समझा क्या? Pn कौन सी प्राइस है? nth ईयर की प्राइस है, और Pn माइनस वन किस ईयर की प्राइस है? n माइनस वन ईयर की प्राइस है. So Pn over Pn minus 1 and that into. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? Give the answer. Alright. Current price over previous price, that into 100. This is link relative. And then we had the CBI is equal to average LR of the current year. Average LR of the current year into CBI of the previous year, and that divided by 100. Now remember, this CBI is also called the chain index. This is also called the chain index. CBI is also known as the chain index. And this link relative is also known as the, this is also known as the link index. These different names you must know. Link relative is also called the link index. And CBI is also known as the chain index. Is that clear? Is that clear? ये आपको समझा है क्या? Is that clear? Very nice. And the last type in this, and the last type in this, and this last type is related to टेस्ट ऑफ इंडेक्स नंबर्स. देखो, एक घंटे में हमने पूरी रिवीजन की है. एक घंटे में हमने पूरी रिवीजन का ये जो मसला है वो हल कर लिया है, जिसके लिए रेगुलर लेक्चर में हमें 5 लेक्चर्स लगते हैं, 6 लेक्चर्स लगते हैं, वो आज हमने एक घंटे में ऑलमोस्ट पूरा किया है. सो द लास्ट पॉइंट इन दैट इज द टेस्ट ऑफ इंडेक्स नंबर्स. The test of index numbers. And the first test is what? That is the time reversal test. Time reversal test. And time reversal test TRT. Tell me what is the mathematical statement? Is P01 into P10 is 1, or I01 into I10 is 1. And the verbal form is what? Product of indices, means index numbers, obtained by reversing the time periods. Reversing the time periods. Reversing the time periods should be equal to 1. सीबीआई समझेगा. सौरव, just wait बेटा. दैट सीबीआई का कॉन्सेप्ट जब एमसीक्यू में आएगा तो हम कैलकुलेशन करेंगे, फिलहाल तुम लिखो, आप लिख लीजिए, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते समय वो फॉर्मूला समझेगा. हाँ, बट देन टेल मी, in this case you have to understand, in this case what is this p01? It means 1 based on 0, means 0 is a base, 1 is a current. And what is p10? It is 0 on 1. Now 1 is a base and 0 is a current. ये आपको समझा है क्या? Is that clear? Is that clear? All right. Then my question to you is, tell me what is the statement of the second test, and that is the factor reversal test. That is the factor reversal test. And factor reversal test का statement क्या है? It is P01 into Q01 should be equal to sigma P1 Q1 over sigma P0 into Q0. And what is the wording? Product of indices means price index and the quantity index. Price index and quantity index. This product should be equal to the value index. This product must be equal to the value index. Price index multiplied by the quantity index is must be equal to what? Value index. लिखो P01 into Q01 is sigma P1 Q1 over sigma P0 Q0. Omkar, what is the problem? Omkar, what's the problem? P01 is a price index. Q01 is the quantity index. Now price index into quantity index must be equal to value index. That is the statement of the factor reversal test. The third one is the circular test. And what is the statement of the circular test? Statement is P01 into P12 into P20 is 1. So the product of indices taken with the periods in the circular order, periods in the circular order should be 1. Now what is circular order? 0 is a base, 1 is a current, 1 is a base, 2 is a current, 2 is a base, 0 is a current. That is the circular test. पलक, पलक, आप पालक की भाजी खाते हो क्या? सब्जी खाते हो क्या पालक की? पलक, पलक. पलक जिसे मिलेगी उसका होगा लक. पलक जिसे मिलेगी उसका होगा लक. क्यों पलक? Okay. And the fourth test is unit test. Test number 4 is the unit test. And what does it state? That the index number should be useful, applicable, whatever, for the commodities, having any units of measurements. any units of measurement. Any units of measurement. All right. Is that over? Now remember time reversal test. Time reversal test is a special case of circular test, or otherwise you will say what, that a circular test is an extension to time reversal test, is an extension to the time reversal test. ये ऑफलाइन लेक्चर में क्या होता है, हमें आपके चेहरे पता होते हैं, नाम पता नहीं होता। और ये ऑनलाइन लेक्चर में क्या होता है, हमें आपके नाम पता होते हैं, बस चेहरे सामने नहीं आते। ये क्या अजीब बात है। चेहरा समझा तो नाम नहीं समझा, नाम समझा तो चेहरा नहीं समझा। तो इसमें क्या प्रिफरेबल है? आपको इसमें से एक को अगर चुनना है तो क्या चुनेंगे? चेहरा पता है, नाम पता नहीं, नाम पता है, चेहरा पता नहीं, इसमें से एक बात को चुननी है तो क्या चुनेंगे? चेहरा पता है, नाम पता नहीं, क्योंकि नाम तो बदलता है, नाम बदला भी जा सकता है, चेहरा वही रहता है। और नाम में क्या है? चेहरे पे तो मुस्कुराहट होती है, नाम में क्या है? चेहरे पे तो प्यार सजता है। नाम से क्या? चेहरे से दिल की बात बयां होती है। चेहरे से दिल की गहराई को समझा जा सकता है। Okay, now just one point is remaining. Which test is satisfied by which index? Which test is satisfied by which index? एक इसका एक टेबल बनाना है, आप उस टेबल को बनाएंगे क्या एज अ होमवर्क कल तक उस टेबल को आप ये रिवीजन के नोटबुक में लिख सकेंगे क्या? अपने अपने नोटबुक में अपना अपना टेबल। तो फिर कल हम मॉड्यूल खोलेंगे और ये मॉड्यूल के एमसीक्यूज को समझेंगे। We'll open the module tomorrow and we will solve the MCQs given in the module. मजा आएगा। इस चैप्टर को का खात्मा कर देंगे, इस चैप्टर को उड़ा देंगे, और उड़ा देंगे तो भी ऐसा उड़ा देंगे, उड़ाएंगे तो ऐसा उड़ाएंगे कि किसी भी हालत में ये हमें धोखा न दे पाए। हम और इस चैप्टर, इसमें इतना रिश्ता इतना गहरा होना चाहिए कि परिंदा भी पर मार नहीं सकेगा, और ये हम कल करेंगे। All right. Okay. So good night. See you tomorrow. बट ये थोड़ा सा आपको लेक्चर का टाइम अभी धीरे धीरे हम बढ़ाएंगे। आज पहला दिन है, इसके लिए 1 घंटा लिया, 1 घंटे से थोड़ा सा ज्यादा, लिटिल ओवर 1 hour, बट मे बी फ्रॉम अदर लेक्चर्स वी विल इंक्रीज द टाइम, विल गो टिल 1 o'clock। बड़ा बनना है तो बड़ी कोशिश भी तो करनी पड़ेगी। right? So I stop it. I stop it. Good night. Goodbye. Sayonara. See you. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams.